What's going on, everybody? This is Rob Techno Freak here. This is just a video, another morning video on the Eagle. You know the draft is mowing. I'm getting more pumped up for it to come and go. I'm more pumped up to see it. I'm excited. Though I'm hearing a lot of reports that the Eagles are planning on trading down in the draft, like finding a trade partner, like they could trade with the Bills, the Dolphins at number 12. That's all fine and dandy, but as long as you get the good right guy, like an offensive line, offensive tackle, offensive guard, or D-line, not no damn tight ends, not no quarterbacks, not no receivers. Alright, cause Sal Powell, I'm telling you, well, let's say Sal Powell is making himself like a damn joke, cause he's bringing up all these players that we really don't need, and we got more needs on defense than we do on offense. Now let's see. Let's start off with the first guy he brought up, Tyrann Austin. Tyrann Austin is the best receiver in this draft, and he got the Eagles picking him at number 4. You know, I swear, man, if they draft Tyrann Austin at number 4, I'm gonna lose my mind, man. I'm gonna blow my fucking top. Cause it just makes no sense at all. Tyrann Austin. Get real. I swear, if they draft Tyrann Austin, I'm gonna blow my top. I mean it. Now, next prediction, Sal Powell gave Mike Missinelli in yesterday's 97.5 show. Sal Powell don't be surprised if they draft Tyler Eifert. Tyler Eifert is a tight end, which is expected the best tight end in the draft. And I don't really follow mock drafts. I just use mock drafts as a way to understand the draft, so I know who is expected to go to where and what area they're supposed to land. That's what I use it for. I use it as a guide to know what area a player is supposed to drop. That's what I use a mock draft for. Now, I'll blow my fucking top if they draft Tyler Eifert. I will. I mean, I know Brent Selleck's on the decline. I know Clay Harper is not the great player Andy Reid wanted to be. I know he's not that special of a player as of now, but you gotta hold off in the position to get better on defense. Cause what good is a touchdown gonna do if your team can score right back on you? You get what I'm saying? So you hold off on them positions, and definitely don't put no surprise with no quarterback. Cause right now looking at NFL.com and it's saying Geno Smith is worthy of a first-round pick. So here they go with selling a player. Here they go selling the player. I know a lot of you fans want Deion Jordan. I know a lot of fans want D. Milner. But I don't know. I'm kind of stuck there. I mean, D. Milner and Deion Jordan both raise big red flags. Cause right here, it says D. Milner has had 5 surgeries, and Deion Jordan has a shoulder problem. Yeah, Deion Jordan has a shoulder problem, and that's a red flag right there. But hey, don't let that discourage Chip Kelly. I mean, if D. Milner is going to be a shutdown corner, draft him. I mean, I know you don't build around a cornerback, but draft him. I mean, if you have a shutdown quarterback and you have great offense and nobody can score your defense, so you got tight covering cornerbacks that can cover almost anybody or everybody in the whole league and be like a Darrelle Revis, draft him. Draft him. That's what you need. You need guys that's going to play, have playmaking abilities. Now, I hear D. Milner's not a game changer, but if he can shut somebody down, which is all we need, is a shutdown, that will help us tremendously on defense. We need run stoppers. We need linebackers that can cover that other stuff, and we need a quarterback that can shut down. Not only also what Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie are gone. They're gone. I'm not saying I want D. Milner, but I'll take a chance on him. Honestly, you know, I want Starlo Tudele. I take a chance on Star. But he raised red flags too, because with Starlo Tulele, it says Starlo Tulele has to come off every few plays. Now, you know, we have a nose tackle. He's supposed to be on he's supposed to play every single down, not take plays off. Defensive tackles are supposed to take plays off, but not nose tackles, not them. You expect your man to be an every down man, not a every two down man, not a man that plays 1-2 downs and sub a guy in for the next package, and then next down put him back in for the next two, someone else back in for the third play. That's just not how it goes with nose tackle. Nose tackle, you gotta have a guy that play every single down, every down. A lot of players that will help us tremendously now. What we need is like a red flag for us, except for O-line. Now, if you can get Eric Fisher, that would be great, but I prefer Lane Johnson, because Lane Johnson is a nasty. He reminds me a lot of John Run. He honestly does. Lane Johnson has aggressiveness. He's mean. He's nasty. He's tough. He's what you want him to be. He's a nasty son of a bitch. He'll be your starting. You start another team, you can move people around, you can move Peters around, you can move Harriman's back to guard where he was before, and that will help us out tremendously. No more bad drafts, no more horrible picks, no more Danny Watkins, no more Jaquan Jarrett's. We need players. We need players going to help us. We don't need players. No more that drafting the best player on the board nonsense. Because look what that got us with Vinny Curry. Vinny Curry is a great player, but he doesn't fit the scheme, and I'm not sure it will work for him. I don't even think he's big enough for it. He can gain all the weight with muscles he can, but I'm not sure how much benefit it's going to do for him or for us if he doesn't fit the scheme. But you got to have a guy that can play and work and play for you right away. Honestly, I would like Starlo Tulele and Tyrann Honey Badger Mathieu at the cornerback, the guy with off-field issues. I mean, I know it's one thing. I know it's a red flag to draft a guy with off-field issues, but there's been plenty of players in the past with off-field issues and had successful careers. Like Ray Lewis, for example, the guy got alleged for killing supposedly murdered somebody, and Jimmy Smith in that year's draft with Danny Watkins, there was a cornerback which wanted us to draft, but they drafted Danny Watkins, and he had off-field issues as well. If you got off-field issues, if you can take the anger of what you do off-field onto the field and just lay it on, take it out on somebody and knock them on the ass, then I want you on my team. I want you on my team. So that's definitely a reason why I would draft Tyrann Honey Badger Mathieu. That would really help. It really would. Then in the third round, I would draft safety. If Philip Thomas is there at safety, which I'm not sure if he expected to be there, but I would draft safety Philip Thomas. And fourth round, I would draft quarterback from Arizona, Matt Scott. Ryan Nassib is expected to go to Buffalo because his old coach is there from Syracuse. There's no guarantee of that. Like they say, these are mock drafts, all right? These are mock drafts. Anything can happen. A mock draft doesn't tell the full story. A mock draft can tell the full story of one thing, like probably the first round pick, probably the first overall slot pick. The first overall pick is what the mock draft could probably tell you. That's probably it. Other than that, no. Everything's up for grabs. But we need players who are going to help us right away. We need that. we need someone that's going to help us right away. I want somebody that can start day one in this league. I want somebody that can start in training camp right away, someone that can start in preseason right away, and someone that's going to start in the regular season right away. I don't want a project. I want a guy that can play for us right away. Another thing about Deion Jordan is he also has red flags and also I hear Deion Jordan doesn't have bull rushing skills. He can't bull rush. He can't swim. Can't sink none of all that other stuff. He just run around you just like here you just run around you instead of moving around you, stuff like that, but getting in contact. You get the idea what I'm saying? Like he's just run around you without making contact, with just relying on speed. Cause I mean, even though he doesn't have that bull rush skills yet, I mean he still is valuable. Don't sleep on Deion Jordan, cause Deion Jordan, if you got a player that can play a few offensive positions, play cornerback sometimes, play mostly linebacker and defensive end, you got a freak on the team. You got a freak. Players that are freaks that got the nickname freak are not called freaks for no reason. Players that's called a freak for a reason because they got a special ability. That's where the name comes from, the freak. If I'm on the track team and I got that crackhead, that super speed, and I'm faster than anybody on that team, you're gonna call me a freak because I got that special ability because I got speed. And I'm like, oh man, that means a freak. He got freaking speed. That's what that means, a freak. He's not called a freak. People don't call him a freak athlete for nothing. He got special abilities. He can play like 3-4 positions for you probably. Though he's just meant for the defensive side of the ball. He can convert from outside linebacker to defensive end. He can play for you. He'll play. Chip Kelly, nobody knows more about Deion Jordan than Chip Kelly, because Chip Kelly is the one that recruited him. But damn, I would blow my fucking top if they draft Tyler Eifert or Tavon Austin for a receiver. We don't need no receivers at the moment, okay? Right now at the moment I'm happy with Jeremy Maclin and Deshaun Jackson. At least Deshaun Jackson is making an ass out of himself by being a diva, ask for more money. Okay, Deshaun got his money. He's playing for us now. And Deshaun hasn't dropped a ball for us all season. I'm excited to see what Chip Kelly brings his offense. I want to see how this new offense is going to be. He said he implemented 15% of what he ran in Oregon in his offense he's going to run with the Eagles. So this is kind of just giving you a thought, foreshadow what he's going to do this season. It helps you. It helps you a lot to know what's coming. So I say the way to go is you draft out of these players I want. You draft Starlo Tulele, Eric Fisher. Well, let's start this over and give the position so I can be more specific. Starlo Tulele at nose tackle or a 3-4 defensive end. Eric Fisher for offensive tackle to play at left tackle, who can learn from the best left tackle in football, Jason Peters. Lane Johnson, if Luke Jokel and Eric Fisher are both off the board, who can play as offensive tackle and play left tackle, who can learn from the best left tackle in football, Jason Peters. Deion Jordan, if he's there, if he passes Jacksonville or Sharif Floyd, but I doubt it. He's a freak athlete. I definitely take a chance on him. You know he got red flags. Or you trade back and draft D. Milner and get hopefully a shutdown cornerback. You get hopefully a shutdown cornerback. Or you just trade back and there's no more defense players that you think can help you right away. Why not? What other way to go than draft freaking, or yeah, you just go back and draft freaking Tavon Austin like Sal Powell said. But I say if you want to draft offense, trade back to do that stuff. Because drafting receivers is just gonna piss me off and make me throw a rock through my TV screen. Because that's the last thing we need is a terrible draft. Now, you know who we need to run this draft? Now, they said they got Howie Roseman running this draft. Howie Roseman, I got a feeling Roseman's going to mess something up. But if Roseman better make the right pick in tomorrow night's draft. He does better. We got Tom Gamble now. Tom Gamble is one of the people that helped fix the 49ers defense and the draft picks in the last few years. He scouted the pick for Colin Kaepernick. I mean, Tom Gamble is a great model to run your draft. That's why I will have Tom Gamble running my draft instead of freaking Howie Roseman. It will help a lot. It will help tremendously. Or another pick. Not only do I have options like Luke Jokel, not Luke Jokel, but Starless Sledley, Eric Fisher, Lane Johnson, Deion Jordan, D. Milner. You can also trade back and draft offensive lineman who plays guard, Chance Warmack. He's a great player. He'd be a great guard. He sure the hell is better than sure the hell is better than Danny Watkins, the firefighter. So get rid of Danny Watkins and plug in Chance Warmack. You got yourself a thick interior player, which it says right here in the overview of Chance Warmack on NFL.com. He's 6'3", 120 pounds, went to Alabama, and played in the SEC conference. You can plug him right in that guard and kick Danny Watkins to the curb. Or if you want to go D-line, you can go ahead and draft. You go ahead and draft Sheldon Richardson. He's 6'4", 295 pounds. Went to Missouri. Played in the SEC conference. He has size. He can twist inside and chase plays to the sides with great speed. Has agility combined with his strength. Makes him a star. Though the best D lineman in the draft is Sharif Floyd. He's born in Philadelphia. He's from Philly. Me personally, I wouldn't take a chance on him. He's 6'3", 303 pounds. Went to Florida. Played in the SEC conference. I wouldn't take a chance on Sharif Floyd. He's a beast. Sharif Floyd is a beast, but I wouldn't touch Sharif Floyd with a 10-foot pole because Sharif Floyd, even though he's athletic, played a 3 or 5 technique. He's a solid overall prospect, got solid overall strength, possesses quick and long first speed when in pass rush mode. He can swim over his opponent or get his hands up into the man's face, and it ain't gonna matter that much if he's just. It sounds like, to me, and somebody else said this too. To me, it sounds like he's another Fletcher Cox. So, nothing wrong with being a Fletcher Cox. It's good to have Fletcher Cox because Fletcher Cox is athletic. There's nothing wrong with having another Fletcher Cox on the D-line. But he doesn't fit the scheme. He can play it, but he can play the 3-4, but he won't fit it. He won't fit it. So, I say you draft Starlo Tulele. I'm not going D-line anymore. I'm going all O-line. I say you draft Lane Johnson for left tackle. And you put him on an O-line somewhere for the meanwhile till Jason Peters goes in decline or retires. Just in case that way you have some insurance in case Jason Peters goes down with that same injury again and you won't be fucked for the season. Or in that way you have that way, even though if Ty Harriman goes down again, you have some insurance, you can plug him in there. So. And that will help tremendously. So I say draft Lane Johnson #1, first overall draft pick, or 4th overall draft pick. Second round you draft. I got a feeling they're going to draft a quarterback like Ryan Nassib or E.J. Manuel from Florida State. Though I'm pretty sure Ryan Nassib is going to Buffalo as number 7 or 8. Because his old coach from Syracuse is there, coaching Buffalo now. I say you go get, in the second round, you get a safety. If he's there, though I doubt it, Elam. If he's there in the second round, 35, you pick him right up. But that man can hit. He can hit. He's 5'10", 206 pounds. Played at Florida. Played in the SEC conference. The man can hit. He plays close to the line of scrimmage in the box very often. At best, when he asked to make a play, even when he blitzes or one-to-one on the edge. And he's frequently assigned to cover a slot receiver. So if we can get Elam, I'll be happy as hell, man. At least we'll have somebody to take somebody's head off. So, oh shit, damn, 20 minutes. Or you can get Phil Thomas in the 3rd round. He's 6'1", 215 pounds. Played at Fresno State. Played in the Mountain West Conference. He's athletic, physical defender, strong tackler, good length, and that's what we need. Good tackling. No more no more missing tackles. All right. I had enough of that crap with fucking Namdi and Dami Rogers-Kamari. It looked like they almost did it on purpose. Because they kept sliding them, and they kept getting grass in the mask when they were on the ground. Now this Phil Thomas here has the good length and the attitude to throw down ball carriers. That's just what we need. That's what this team is lacking right now. Attitude. We have attitude with the Miko Ryans, but he hasn't shown that leadership like we had with Dawkins when he was here. And we lacked that great safety since Dawkins was here as well. He breaks down well when approaching ball carriers in space and has quick feet and agility. So I get him for the 3rd round, and for the 4th, well, if Phil Thomas is in there when we pick in the 3rd, I will take Jonathan Jenkins or John Jenkins, the same guy but just different names. They have him for different names. So John Jenkins, that guy big. He's John Jenkins. Played at Georgia. John Jenkins, D lineman, height, he's 6'3", weighs 351 pounds. That's a big dude, man. That's really big. He's really big for his size. And went to Georgia, played at Georgia, and played in the SEC conference. He's a nose tackle prospect with an expansive chest, good length, and solid overall build, capable of keeping the line against strong single blocks and double teams, finding the ball and moving around. I would take a chance on this dude. I honestly would. I'd definitely take a chance on this dude. He's seen work for this guy super big. That's what offensive tackle is supposed to. I mean, a nose tackle is supposed to be. He's supposed to be big. He's supposed to be wide. He's supposed to be stout. He's supposed to be huge. You bring in a Big Daddy V, Big Show bastard, man. You bring in them big dudes. Bring the big dudes, you plug and run in that middle, you stuff up that run, you stuff up that have a pass rusher, mostly stuff that run, and then you got your player on, then you got your nose tackle, you got your player. So you get John Jenkins. Yeah, so and in the 3rd round, if he reaches there, I would draft Tyrann Honey Badger Mathieu. I mean, this man has off-field problems a lot from what I hear, but don't get me wrong, don't get it twisted now. Just because you got off-field problems doesn't mean you can't be good. It might bring some attention to your team, but it's not like he can bring some attention to like a Tebow would, like Tim Tebow. Now it says Tyrann Mathieu, is cornerback. 5'9", 175 pounds, played at LSU, graduate class 2013, played in the SEC conference. He's a feisty turnover machine, lines up outside in the slot, and safety, so he plays safety and cornerback, and plays safety whenever you want him to, when needed. He's instinctual, he has instinct, and with very good reactability, which Kurt Coleman doesn't even freaking have. Always seems to work his way into position to make a play. That's just what we need. This man may have off-field problems, but I want this man's playing ability. If he can bring them problems on the field, well, I mean, I don't say bring a problem on the field and make a problem out of something. I mean, you bring them problems and be angry all the time. You play, and you not put somebody on their ass, then you good. You good in my book, so you play. So you draft that man. All in all, that's that. Peace out.